2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Through the middle of the field. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. And he's got room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brock Bowers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
To about the 48-yard line. Now a 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Caught right side, Davis. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Up the middle to Davis. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Mahomes. Rolling to his left.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes.
Pass complete right side to Bowers. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll try the left side. Melton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Right back to him on 1st down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
This pass complete to Melton.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Nelson. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 3rd down, Davis. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They go again with Davis. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
The 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time on a catch and run. 39 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
The give is to McLaughlin.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing now is Mahomes.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
On the handoff, McLaughlin.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd and 9.
They'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Charger drive about to get going.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
McLaughlin is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Xavier Worthy
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Steelers 17.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's Davis to run again on second.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just floated from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Big strides. Look at him go.
Touchdown, LA.
Kyle Pitts.
78 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
They're on the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 33, here's second down and 7.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's able to find Melton. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go as a gain of 4. Then it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. In motion right here, Nelson. Back to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Melton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And this is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Xavier Worthy,
his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. The left side completion to Jones. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st down, Melton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Inside give to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. Now Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Davis.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Davis again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A carry from McLaughlin.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on first down. Melton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
Second and 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Chargers 56, Steelers 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now here's Mahomes. Being chased out left.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Mahomes to throw once more. Steps away to his left.
That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do. Oh, wide open, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Mahomes now to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Devontae Smith,
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this foot. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Partner, pretty solid, convincing win here in this one.